G'day mates, welcome. Today we're going on a bit of a special journey together. Forget the hustle and bustle for a while. Let's leave the noise of the world behind us. We're heading up into the great wide open sky above the Australian Outback. Our destination is a place of legend, a town built on dreams and gold dust. Come with me, let's fly over Kalgoorlie. I want you to feel the peace that comes from seeing the world from a different perspective. It's a place where the earth tells a story, and the sky holds it all in a gentle embrace. Imagine the gentle hum of the engine as we lift off the ground. The earth begins to fall away beneath us, slowly, gracefully. The worries of the day seem to shrink with the details on the ground. Up here, there is only the vastness of the sky and the incredible landscape stretching out to the horizon. As we gain altitude, the world below transforms into a magnificent painting. Look down. The ground isn't just brown or red, it's 1,000 different shades of gold, copper, and bronze. This is the Kalgoorlie landscape, a vast canvas brushed by the sun. The earth here is rich with minerals, and you can almost see it glowing from within. Patches of hardy saltbush and spinifex grass create intricate patterns, like delicate lacework spread across the land. It's a rugged beauty, a starkness that is somehow incredibly full of life and character. From our bird's-eye view, the old goldfields stretch out like a rumpled blanket. You can see the faint scars of past endeavors, the ghost-like traces of prospectors who walked this very ground over 100 years ago. Each small mound of earth, each shallow depression, tells a story of hope and hard work. They came here with nothing but a pick, a shovel, and a dream of striking it rich. Notice how the light plays on the surface. As the sun moves across the sky, the colors of the landscape shift and change. What was a deep, rusty red a moment ago might now be a soft, pale orange. The shadows of the clouds drift slowly across the plains, momentarily cooling the warm earth. Now, as we drift closer to the heart of the region, the town of Kalgoorlie Boulder emerges from the vast bushland. From the air, it looks like a wonderful, intricate model. The streets are laid out in a neat grid, a sign of careful planning in an otherwise wild landscape. You can see the distinct shapes of the buildings, a collection of structures that tell the story of the town's birth during one of the world's greatest gold rushes. Look at those main streets. Hannan Street, named after the man who started it all, Paddy Hannan. From this height, you can appreciate the grand architecture. See the wide verandas and ornate facades of the old hotels and public buildings. The rooftops, mostly corrugated iron, glint in the bright sunshine, reflecting the brilliant blue of the sky. It's a beautiful contrast of rustic materials and grand designs. The town is a blend of old and new. You can see the heritage buildings sitting comfortably alongside modern homes, with swimming pools sparkling in their backyards. Parks and ovals provide patches of lush green, a welcome sight in this arid environment. These green spaces are the community's lungs, places where families gather and children play. From our vantage point, they look like emerald jewels set within the golden landscape. Imagine what it must have been like in the late 1890s. This orderly town was once a chaotic sprawl of tents and makeshift shanties, filled with thousands of hopefuls from all over the world. They came seeking their fortune, enduring incredible hardship for a chance at a better life. Now prepare yourself for a sight that is truly hard to comprehend. As we bank to the east of the town, the ground simply falls away. We are now flying over the KCGM super pit. From up here, it looks like a colossal amphitheater carved into the earth by giants. It is a breathtaking, almost unbelievable spectacle. The mine descends in a series of giant steps or benches, creating a massive spiraling terrace that plunges deep into the ground. It is one of the largest open-cut gold mines in the world, a staggering feat of modern engineering and a symbol of Kalgoorlie's identity. Let your eyes trace the intricate network of roads that wind their way from the rim to the very bottom of the pit. From this height, the massive haul trucks, some of the biggest trucks on the planet, look like tiny yellow toys. Watch as they crawl slowly and deliberately along the haul roads, carrying tons of rock on each journey. It's a constant, mesmerizing ballet of machinery operating 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The different layers of rock exposed on the walls of the pit create a stunning geological map, showing off a vibrant palette of colors: reds, purples, greys, and yellows. Each layer tells a story of the Earth's history, going back millions of years. It's a man-made wonder that reveals the secrets of the natural world. Let's shift our gaze now and look for the lines that connect this remote town to the world beyond. See those thin, dark ribbons stretching across the landscape? Those are the railway lines. They look like iron veins, carrying the lifeblood of commerce and travel through the heart of the Outback. For over a century, these tracks have been a vital link for Kalgoorlie. They brought people, supplies, and heavy machinery in, and they carried the precious gold out. Following their path from the air, you get a real sense of the isolation of this place and the importance of that connection. Even today, the railway is essential. Watch for a moment, and you might see a long freight train making its journey. From our high perch, it looks like a caterpillar inching its way across the enormous landscape. These trains can be incredibly long, sometimes over 1.5 kilometers, pulling wagon after wagon of ore or containers. There's a certain romance to it, watching the train move steadily towards the distant horizon, a symbol of progress and endurance. Beside the main operational lines, you can sometimes spot the faint outlines of older, abandoned tracks. These are known as ghost lines, remnants of smaller railways that once serviced individual mines or nearby settlements that have long since vanished. They are faint scars on the land, whispering tales of a busier, more frantic time. Let's descend a little lower now for a more intimate look at the town itself. From this closer perspective, the character of Kalgoorlie really comes to life. The sea of corrugated iron rooftops shimmers under the brilliant sun. This iconic Australian building material was practical and readily available, perfect for the harsh conditions of the gold fields. Look at the patterns they create, a patchwork of silver, red, and even green spread across the suburbs. The wide verandas are one of the most distinctive features of Kalgoorlie's architecture. You can see them clearly from above, wrapping around the old pubs, shops, and houses. They were not just for decoration, they were a clever and essential response to the climate. They provided shade from the intense summer sun and a cool place to sit and escape the heat. Notice the layout of the backyards. They are a uniquely Australian sight. Many homes have a patch of lawn, a Hills Hoist clothesline turning gently in the breeze, and perhaps a shed in the corner. And look, those sparkling blue rectangles are the swimming pools, a modern necessity for cooling off during the long, hot summers. As we drift over the town centre, look for the iconic clock towers. The Kalgoorlie Post Office and the Boulder Town Hall both have magnificent towers that stand as proud landmarks. For generations, they have kept time for the community, their chimes marking the passing of the day. From the air, they act as anchor points, drawing your eye and giving a sense of order and history to the streetscape. Let's pull away from the town again and turn our attention to the natural world that surrounds it. The bushland here is not a dense green forest. It is a more subtle and resilient type of beauty. From above, you can see the incredible variety of vegetation that has adapted to survive in this dry climate. The landscape is dominated by the majestic eucalyptus trees, their slender silvery trunks and blue-green leaves creating a soft, hazy canopy. They stand like sentinels across the plains, their roots digging deep into the red earth in search of water. The spaces between the taller trees are filled with a carpet of smaller shrubs and grasses. Look for the distinctive spiky domes of spinifex grass and the soft grey-green foliage of the saltbush. These plants are incredibly tough, built to withstand long periods of drought and extreme temperatures. From our aerial perspective, they create a beautiful, complex tapestry of textures and colors. During the right season, usually after a good winter rain, the bushland can surprise you with a burst of color. We are flying on a perfect day in August, and if you look closely, you might see patches of vibrant wildflowers blooming across the plains. There are brilliant yellows, deep purples, and delicate pinks scattered amongst the usual earthy tones. As we soar silently above, take a moment to appreciate the profound quiet of the bush. Away from the mine and the town, there is a deep and abiding stillness. You can see it in the landscape, a sense of peace that has existed for eons. This is a place for contemplation, a place to feel small in the best possible way. The vastness of the bushland stretches to every horizon, meeting the endless sky. As our flight begins its gentle descent, the details of the world below slowly come back into focus. The rooftops become larger, the cars on the streets become clearer, and the vast landscape resolves into individual trees and bushes. Our journey through the sky is coming to an end, but I hope the feeling it has given you is just beginning. We have shared a unique perspective, a chance to see Kalgoorlie not just as a town on a map, but as a living, breathing place with a rich history and a rugged, undeniable beauty. A place of dreams, dust, and determination. Take one last look out the window. See the golden earth, the historic town, and the immense sky all fitting together perfectly. I want you to hold on to that image. Let it be a source of calm for you. When the world feels a little too busy or a little too complicated, close your eyes and come back here. Imagine yourself floating effortlessly above it all, feeling the peace of the outback and the warmth of the sun. Kalgoorlie is a place of contrasts, of immense natural beauty and incredible human industry, of deep history and modern innovation. It reminds us that with courage and resilience, it is possible to build something lasting in even the most unlikely of places. It's a story of hope, written across the landscape for all to see. Thank you for joining me on this flight over Kalgoorlie. I hope you feel rested, relaxed, and perhaps a little more in awe of the incredible world we live in. Carry the feeling of the wide-open spaces with you. Let the peace of the outback sky settle in your heart. Until we meet again on our next adventure, take care and remember to look up every now and then. There is always a new perspective waiting to be discovered. Farewell for now, and all the best.